What up? What up, my guys? Over to another show, man. Thursday, NBA talk with Jay, man. Some great games on the card, some fishy games. It's against the world type of spot today as well, man. I'm going what I know. No one's gonna like it, and I always say as well, man. If you don't truly like the pick, do not take it. You'll feel even worse if it doesn't end up coming through. You see what I'm saying? And we know it's nothing's guaranteed, man. But it's almost time for the holidays. What, Christmas here in 6 days? You see what I'm saying? So. Definitely going to be a lot going on, but I will be doing as many shows as possible. If I have a play, then I will be doing a show, even if it's live from the card, just a little 5-minute show. You see what I'm saying? Like we did on Sunday. If I got to play, I don't really need to go over all the play games and say I don't have much on it. Those are for when I'm in the studio, but I'll do a show as many days as I can, man, whether I'm traveling, all that stuff, man. But I'm not here to waste your time. Shout out to everybody in the chat as well, man. Shout out to some new members. We got our guy Amazing. He's been in there before. And then Chris, I don't know how to say your name, man, but shout out to you for becoming a member, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. West Now say he liked the Magic plus 6.5. Monopoly J, let's get this bag today. Let's cash, my guy. Everybody's ready to win, get some money. DF says we will win. Chris May says let's cash. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate all the positive vibes, man. It brings better karma to the plays. But let's get straight to it in this one today, man. I'm not here to waste your time. Let's go over to the streets of Detroit in this one. Pistons land 4.5 points at the house versus the Jazz. The Jazz have beaten the Pistons 3 straight games. Obviously, it hasn't been this year. I don't think that the Jazz are trying to win. I don't like that the Pistons are coming off a game where they weren't supposed to win. Ivy was scratched last minute, and then they kind of, you know what I'm saying, the books kind of did some janky shit, man. The Heat came all the way back, went to overtime, then the Pistons still end up winning that game by 1 point. So, I mean, it's a whole different angle. I won't really say that right now, but I don't want the Jazz, but Pistons coming off a fishy game. Jazz are coming off a game where they lost the game by 37 points. Y'all know how I feel about that. I don't really like betting against a team where they're coming off an absolute blowout. Now, the Jazz aren't really one of those type of teams where they even really want to bounce back. I don't think this team is trying to win games. They did lose the game by 44 points versus the Kings and then went to Phoenix and still didn't cover their game as well. Now, they did keep it close for a while, but they still ended up losing the game by 8 points. But they did show like, hey, that they were a little bit pissed off. That's just one of my angles. I never bet against a team that's coming off a horrible loss, and that's what the Jazz did. So now they're coming off a 37-point loss versus the Clippers. I'm talking about guys smoked from start to finish. I'm not betting the Jazz. There won't be many spots that I'm betting the Jazz all season. I'll tell you that. Maybe if they're getting double digits or when they start to get like 14, 15 points or something and all the money's against them, maybe I'll look towards the Jazz. But right now, especially in a game where they pretty much have to win. And if you're the Pistons and if you want to take this season serious, even though you're without Ivy in this one, you have to win these type of games, these winnable type of games, because you're going to have plenty of games where you're underdogs. So now they're the favorite here. No one's going to want the Jazz, obviously, and I don't either. You see what I'm saying? So it's probably going to be a really public game, but I still lean to the Pistons here, and I'd lean to the over as well. Jazz do not play a ton of defense here. Now, the Pistons do play defense, but like I say, if there is some fishy stuff going on in this one, or if the Jazz are turned up, or if they're making their threes, remember, they shoot a ton of threes. Everybody does. Every game is a 3-point contest, but we're not going to get started on that. But if the Jazz are making their threes, they could possibly surprise some people, and this game could go over. Jazz last 5 games have went over the total. They're 5-0 to the over in their last 5 games, man. The Pistons, they're 4-1 to the over in their last 5. So this could be one where just rock with the over in this one. Jazz, I mean, they can get some points down low. They have 3-headed monster with Markkanen, Collins, and Walker Kessler, and that's kind of where you can kind of beat up on the Pistons, especially when Jalen Duren is not out there as well, man. So I'd actually bet the over 227 in this game. I think that that's probably the best look, trying to figure out if it's going to be some fishy shit or something going on in this game. I think the over could be a really good look in this one. And obviously, you probably want to look at some 3-point pops as well. Just take a quick look at the chat. D-Rock says one time. Anton says market and over 2.5 threes minus the 110. Most post-shot plays in the chat. And towards the end of when I'm talking about the game, I'll come and say Nish Porter, if you don't like the glasses, bro, respectfully, get the fuck out of here. You see what I'm saying? I'm not wearing, you're just one person, man. Majority of people, 99% of people on the show know what the glasses mean. They know what's about to happen today, and that's we're about to cash, man. So it's all positive vibes. If you don't like something, This is something my mom always said. If you don't like something or if you have a negative thought, keep it to yourself, guys. Keep it to yourself. No one cares. Eric says he likes Utah plus the points. B-Daddy says this is a total pass in this one. You see what I'm saying? So B-Daddy knows what's going on. Eduardo knows what's going on. Anton knows what's going on. I'd look towards the over in this one. One more comment. Adonis says he likes Cade over his PRA. That's definitely not a bad look in this. Definitely a great matchup for him as well. Let's go over here to the streets of DC in this one. Wizards getting 4 points at the house. Man, we just went back-to-back to two of the worst teams in the league by far. You see what I'm saying? But Wizards getting 4 at the house. I need to see what's up with Brandon Miller. He did injure his ankle really bad. Stop wearing low-top shoes, and you guys won't get so many ankle injuries. Wear mid-top shoes that actually protect your ankles, or wear ankle bracelets with your low-tops. But whole different conversation. Hornets, again, you need to win these type of games, man. This team is 1-9 last 10 games. You have to win these type of games versus the bottom feeders. Now, Wizards don't have bad guys. They do. They're not trying to win. They have these players that kind of just go out there and who like guys like Jordan Poole. He's not a bad player, but on the team that he's on and getting paid the money that he is, he doesn't have to come to play for real. Why? We know that we're trying to lose. I'm going to get my paycheck regardless. I just kind of go out here and just kind of play no-nonsense basketball, man. Even though the Wizards are 3-1 against the spread last 4 games, the majority of those games they were getting, every one of those, man, their last 7 games have been double-digit underdogs, man. That's the Wizards. So now they're getting 4. But I feel like even if Brandon Miller did sit in this one, the Hornets are just further along than the Wizards. And I don't think that the Hornets are trying to tank this year. They have a new coach. He takes these Charles Lee takes things really serious. He has a team playing defense as well. This could be another game where it's more on the Wizards, where there's just going to be a fast-paced game. Wizards don't really play a ton of lockdown defense. Hornets will try and play some defense, but 4 of their last 6 games have went over the total. Let's look at the Wizards. Wizards looks like 3 of their last 5 games have went over the total. They did beat the Nuggets though outright, so they've shown that they can try and hoop. Sometimes both of these teams are 1-9 straight up last 10 games. I don't suggest you bet this game. If it's me, it's Hornets or nothing. Obviously, I would like to have Brandon Miller out there. LaMelo is back, but he can't do things by himself. Like when they get Brandon Miller and Trey Mann back, they'll actually have like a 3-headed offensive monster. But Miller probably going to be out for this game the way his ankles sprained last game, couldn't come back, and they're still without Trey Mann as well, man. So Hornets or nothing. I do heavily lean to the Hornets, but like I said, I'd really like for Brandon Miller being there, and I would definitely be betting the Hornets -4. But I think there's one team in this game that cares a little bit more about winning, and I think that's the Charlotte Hornets. This is kind of a must-win spot for the Hornets. You can't be out there losing to the Wizards, or this will turn into a tanking year. You see what I'm saying? Hornets looking ahead to Philly rematch tomorrow. They could be, but why would you want to look ahead when you can get this win today? You're going to lose tomorrow versus the Sixers. You see what I'm saying? So you can try and look ahead and then mess around and lose 2 games in a row. I don't think that's the case. I think you look ahead when you have maybe if this was like a much better team or something, then Hornets might lay down. But this is a very winnable game. They got to come out here and win this game, man. It's that simple. Anton says Wizards, Pistons, Spurs, first quarter home team. Let's go. Let's see. Miller got chicken legs. He's not playing. LaMelo points for sure, Joshua says. Let's see here. Curtis says Rockets at the home are absolute lock. Richards is going to get traded. Hornets looking ahead to Philly. I don't agree. And they liking LaMelo points in the chat in this one, man. Pink says they like Pistons -4.5. They've been money for me lately. Cade is the truth. That's a fact right there. Hornets or nothing for me in this spot. This is a very winnable game. If they're serious about even trying to make a push for the play-in tournament, which I think that they are. If they're serious about winning this year, a little bit more serious than they were last year, which I think they are, I think they win this game. I lean to the over. I lean to the Hornets in this one. Would be really nice to get Brandon Miller in there. I think he's going to be out. If you like the Hornets, you probably can wait until Miller's ruled out, get maybe a -3 there. Let's go over here to the streets of Orlando in this one, man. Magic getting 6.5 points at the house versus the Thunder. You wonder the Thunder mindset after getting smacked up in that championship game. They only scored 81 points, man. Absolutely horrible. I know that they couldn't make a 3, but just horrible showing from the Oklahoma City Thunder in probably one of the biggest games in their recent history. Probably all of Thunder. Well, no, because they had KD Harden and Westbrook, and they, you know what I'm saying, they were pretty good then. But still, Thunder were balling before that, got smoked versus the Bucks. We don't know if they were working or not, but 81 points is absolutely horrible. Now they're going up against a tough defensive team, and the Magic really long, lengthy guys, no homo, you see what I'm saying? But the Magic can't score, man, and the Thunder can play some defense as well. They have some great wing defenders as well. Thunder are the much better offensive team here. I'm not laying 6.5 with them. You also worry about their mindset if they're still a little down, or if the coach kind of let them stay another day in Vegas. Like, I know we lost. You guys can go out. You know what I'm saying? I won't give you guys a curfew tonight. Go out there and have some fun, man. So wouldn't be surprised if that happened as well. I don't really know about betting on teams that's coming off the cup games. I think that the Thunder might be pissed. I know I don't want the Magic here. Only way I would have wanted the Magic here is if the Thunder won the championship. You see what I'm saying? Then I would be on the Magic here. I tell you straight up. But don't forget, guys, you can look at full season numbers, all that. Magic are without their two best offensive guys by far. It's really easy. I mean, Jalen Suggs going to carry the team and score 35 points tonight? I don't see it happening. Without Wagner, without Banchero, this Magic team is not as good as their record suggests, which is 17-11. So I'm saying they only have one loss at the house. Guess what? That was their last game. That was versus the Knicks. We was on them. Wagner and Banchero are going to start to show. The Magic probably will get 2 losses here at the house. If you like the Magic, maybe take them first quarter, but this is not a spot that I want the Magic in this one. Curtis likes Magic plus the 6.5 and the under. Little Picks likes SGA over 29.5, Suggs under 20.5 points. They like Thunder team total over 110.5. Offense too good to have another shooting slump. Dan likes OKC minus the 5. He thinks that they're absolutely pissed. It's definitely possible. They say it's a bounce back spot for the Thunder. Mad after big loss versus the Bucks. It's definitely, and they could take their frustration out here. Thunder making their threes, like I say, much better offense here, much better 3-point shooters than the Magic in this particular game. Magic have the size advantage when it comes to rebounding and maybe even defensively. They can give guys like SGA a little bit problems, but when it comes to the shooters, Thunder have shooters all over the floor. I expect them to bounce back in this game offensively. I could only look towards the Thunder in this particular game. The only thing you worry about is like their mindset if they're a little down after their loss. But yeah, that could be a good point. SGA under on points because the Magic have defenders to throw at SGA. I could tell you that. I think this one is won with the Thunder with the 3-point shooters, Aaron Wiggins, Cason Wallace, Isaiah Joe. You see what I'm saying? Even Lou Dort can start to make some threes as well, man. So this is one where SGA should get into the paint, kick it out to the three-point guys. That's where they have the biggest advantage in this particular game, in my opinion, the 3-point shooters in this one, man. So they say he blamed Fiddle, man. Nah, Fiddle wasn't out there playing on the court, man. KCP over 1.5 threes. They're definitely gonna need them to try to stay open, to stay with the Thunder in this one, man. And then last it says OKC Orlando over 210. OKC scored 81. Magic scored 91. Both teams on rest. They will score today. Definitely couldn't talk you off that one, man. So I lean Thunder, and I wouldn't be surprised. I know SJ probably a little pissed. I could see SJ going under his points, and then you looking for some 3-point props with the other guys. You know what I'm saying? With, like I say, Isaiah Joe, Cason Wallace, Wiggins, maybe even Lou Dort. That's where they have the advantage in this particular game. Magic don't have the 3-point shooters to match up with the Thunder in this particular game, man. But inside, defensively, in the paint, that's where they can give them some fits. SJ under points actually might not really bad. Look, Magic got like 5 guys they can throw at this guy, man. So let's see what happens in that one. Let's go over to the streets of Boston in this one. Celtics land 14 points at the house versus the Bulls. Looks like Giddey will likely be out in this one, man. The beat writer says that he might be out for a little bit of time, but it's not a super serious injury. So based on the beat writer, he says he's not walking with a limp. He's coming in with his house shoes and stuff like he usually does, but he says that it's not a serious injury, but that he is probably going to be out for a little while. So that leads me to believe that, he's not going to play in today's game. So I did the show with my guy last night for the Action Network. He likes Bulls team total over. That probably went down. That Bulls team total probably went down because the total was sitting at 243 then, man. So I'd like to bring up my page that I look at, but then my shit gonna start tripping and stuff. I just want to see what Bulls team total is because it's actually not a bad look. Even without Giddey out there, the Bulls just play so fast. This team is number 1 in pace, guys. They're the number 1 team in pace. They're running, gunning, make, miss. They don't care. They're trying to run your ass off the floor, man. So let's just go and see what their team total is really quick. 14.5 points is a ton for a team like the Celtics to be laying that really hadn't really cared. So yeah, their team total is still sitting at 112.5. Let's go and look at how the Celtics have been with laying double digits so far this year. Let me just go and see real quick here how the Celtics have been when laying more than 10 points. Man, I bet you it's not good. I bet you it's not, because some of these games they don't really care about. I mean, they want to win. So as a favorite or 10 or more points, the Celtics are 6-9 against the spread. That's good for 40%. I don't want the Celtics here, man. Now, they could they absolutely smoke the Bulls? It's very possible. The Bulls, I have to give them some credit because damn, you can actually get Levine 25 points at plus 210. That's not bad, man. Alfonso says Celtics as double-digit faves, ATS at home, red flag. You say, and this, I mean, it was just following the trends. They have not been covering these spots this year. You see what I'm saying? Anton likes Porzingis over 2.5 threes. We don't even know if he's going to play. Levine over 20.5 points. That's a really good look. Levine is auditioning for teams right now. And laddering it to 25 at plus 210, you're kind of talking me into it. Man. I'll tell you that right now. He knows. My guy knows right there as well. Let's see here. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Scam of the day, Celtics minus 12.5. Raptors and Hawks beat them recently. Levine, they liking Levine points over 20.5. Celtics just try to outscore you, especially on fast-paced games. Chicago versus Boston over 118.5 first half for him. Definitely not a bad look as well. My guy Root Paper says he loves the content. I appreciate you, my brother. I know Ja's a game time decision. Yeah, he got hit in the back. Cameraman, he ran into the cameraman's knee. It actually didn't look too good, to be honest with you, man. So last year the Lakers had an extra day off after the NBA Cup Finals, and this year the Bucks have an extra day off. The schedule just for the NBA already knows who's going to win. That's definitely a good point there. Definitely a good point, man. They saying stealth game. Last time Bulls got within team seems like a lot of disrespect. Now, that's a fact there. That's a fact. I'd actually lean towards the Bulls here on the spread, to be perfectly honest with you. Like I said, the Celtics, and they just played November 29th as well. And guess what happened? 138 to 129. Bulls covered that 12-point spread at the crib. You know what I mean? So something tells me that I feel like Tatum was out that game. Now, Tatum played, Jaylen Brown played. Everybody played that game, man, and they only won by 12. The Bulls have actually really been surprising me this year. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't think that they would even be 12-15, to be perfectly honest with you. What's up, my guy, Chris? My guy, Crispy Captain in the chat, man. Appreciate you for coming through. Markel says a little nervous on Zach's attack points. Derek's like Tatum over 27 points. 4 days rest at the house. Bulls, no D. Tatum has been gunning for MVP, and I think that he should get it, to be perfectly honest with you. Ayo, over 20.5. PRA and Nelwyn, can Tatum be a distributor this game over 14.5 rebounds, assists? I saw somebody else liking Tatum over his rebounds as well. They might not be. Tatum might fuck around and try and go for a triple-double, man. The Bulls are a perfect team. If you want a stat pad, you can stat pad versus the Bulls, man. What if Tatum fuck around and go for a triple-double in this one? But Celtics have not been covering spreads. They're 1-4 against the spread in their last 4 games, man. They're only 3-7 against the spread last 10. 2-8, 2-6 last 10 games. So they've been winning games 8-2 straight up. They do not care about blowing these teams out, man. And if the Bulls, like if the Celtics try to get to running with them, I just kind of feel like the Bulls can mess around and sneak inside this number. I'm not betting this game, but like I'd lean towards the Bulls. I'd lean towards their team total over 112.5. I like what you guys are saying in the chat about Levine over his points. Also like what you're saying about Tatum getting over his points as well. My guy said, I'm done betting Tatum. It's not like he's bet that a few times and it didn't cash. He said, I'm not fucking with that shit. My guy like Fontecchio over 6.5 points. Celtics are going to start covering to the playoffs. That's a fact there. That's a fact. Bulls money line sprinkle. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You might go a little too far there, bro. Just take the points. You feel me? But he trusts Vucevic has been balling this year as well, man. Vucevic is actually his box head. He actually been balling this year, man. So tough game. I want to get there with Bulls, but if the Celtics smoked them, would I be surprised? I would. But I think Bulls plus a 14 is actually. I think that you know what I'm saying. I know Giddey probably going to be ruled out, and the line might back go up to 15. But Celtics have not been good so far in this particular situation, man. Bulls team total over 112.5 is a good look. Lean their way on the spread. Can't talk you off Levine points or Tatum points as well. Let's go over here to the streets of Toronto in this one. Raptors laying the 4 at the house versus the Nets. Nets are about to start doing a fire sale. They're talking about Cam Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith, really close to being traded to either the Nuggets or who else I saw that he could possibly go to. The Nuggets are trying to get Cam Johnson and Finney-Smith. They're trying to trade Michael Porter Jr. So what they're saying is Michael Porter Jr. is about to get traded for either to the Nets or could possibly get traded for Levine as well for the Bulls. So that's what I'm hearing. That's what they're saying, man. So and it's gonna be a tough day for Michael Porter Jr. as well. Keep that in mind. His brother gets sentenced today. They're saying that it's possibly going to be 3-4 years in federal prison. So it's gonna be a tough day for Michael Porter Jr. He's already in trade rumors. His brother's about to go to prison. It's gonna be a tough day for him, man. I'd hate if my brother did some shit like that, bro. I'd give you the money. Out there slandering my name. They always say brother of Michael Porter Jr., but that's a whole different conversation. Nets have actually owned the Raptors. They've won the last 2 matchups. They've won 7 of the last 8 matchups versus the Raptors. I don't think it's going to happen today. I think the Raptors get the job done here. Now, is it tough to bet the Raptors as a favorite? It is, but I've been watching this team. Now, they've been playing some really tough teams, man. They played Miami twice. They played the Pacers, played the Thunder, played the Mavs, the Knicks, the Heat, played the Bulls. This is a huge step down in competition. Now, the Nets they still have some good players over there, I'll tell you. But I just feel like the Raptors can come to play in this. I think that Jakob Poeltl is out for this game. That doesn't help, but they could possibly get Scotty Barnes back here. He's questionable. If I'm not mistaken, Scotty Barnes practiced yesterday as well. Now, that will hurt RJ Barrett a little bit because I definitely don't take RJ Barrett's assist. Now, if Scotty Barnes is out, take RJ Barrett's assist again. But if Scotty Barnes is in, he'll flip back to the point guard. And shit, you might even want to look at Scotty assist because he'll have the ball in his hands a ton. But even without Jakob Poeltl, I think that the Raptors get the job done. The Nets realize, like, all right, we starting to win too many games. Cam Thomas is out. Cam Thomas could probably play today. I bet you that. He could probably play today if he wanted to. Could probably go to the rec, play all that. Nets are starting to get the memos like, hold on, we're supposed to be one of the worst teams in the East this year. You see what I'm saying? We starting to win too many games. They already traded Schroeder, Cam Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith. They are next, my guys. I'm telling you this. So they've lost 6 of their last 7 games, have started to not look competitive. They just got smoked versus the Cavs. I think Raptors minus the 4 is the right side in this game, man. Ben Simmons over 15.5 rebounds assists is definitely not a bad look there. Main ball handler with Dennis gone. No, that's a fact there, man. They got smoked versus the Cavs. Scotty Barnes questionable. I think he fuck around and plays. Revenge spot at home. Raptors plus the Kings on money line. I like that, Anton. I like that, my brother. I'm liking that shit. I like the Raptors and the Kings today, to be honest with you. I like the Raptors. You know what? Give me Raptors minus 4 in this one. I know it's tough to lay points with them, but I feel like they're going to take this game a little bit more serious, man. They've lost 5 straight games, have kind of been teetering on the win. They kept it really, man. The Raptors low-key one of the best teams at covering the spread in the NBA. 18-8-1 against the spread. They're basically 8-2 against the spread because they were basically getting a 1.5 versus the Bulls, so they covered that spread. But it says officially pushed. They're 8-2 against the spread in their last 10 games. Now, this is their first time laying points like in a while. I know they might be all year, but the fact that they've been getting owned by the Nets this year, things are a little bit more even. I think the Raptors get the job done, man. I'm going to put a little something. I'll put a half unit on Raptors minus 4 in this one. I think the Nets are kind of starting to notice, like, hold on. We need to be tanking some of these games, and this could be it's early in the season, guys, but could it be a huge tanking game as well? They get a loss. They hit the Raptors get a win as well. I think the Raptors win this game. Unfortunately, you got to lay 4 points, or you can parlay them with something else. Like Anton says, let me put that shit back up on the screen because I really think that that's cashing right there, man. We don't promote parlays, but if you're going to do a 2-teamer with 2 teams that you think going to win and you don't want to lay the points and you're getting plus money, that's when I would do a little parlay. We're going to put that shit back on the screen. You feel what I'm saying? Sheldon said he don't like that minus 4. You compare the money line with something. I definitely think the Raptors win this game. I'll be honest. Laying that 4 is tough with them. You know what? You know what I'm going to do? I want to go official with Anton, but I'm just gonna play. We're just gonna do Raptors -4. I think they get the job done, but I do like the Kings. I just want to get. I want to get. So I need Sabonis in there for sure, and I even need Keegan Murray. They're gonna need everybody today, man. They're gonna need everybody today. So I do like the Kings, and I do think they win. And I think Anton's parlay cashes. I need some guys in there, man. But Pink likes Ben Simmons over 23.5 PRA. He's definitely gonna have the ball in his hand a little bit more. I'd be interested to see what Ben Simmons' assist is because he's going to have to run the point guard now. But I think Raptors -4 is the spot, and I'm going to put a little bit some on Raptors in that one. Let's go over to the streets of Memphis in this one. Grizzlies laying 2.5 points at the house versus the Warriors. Both teams coming off tough losses. When I'm watching the Grizzlies game, I do think that they kind of laid down and let the Lakers win that one. That's just what I think. But Ja did get injured in that one, and he's already a skinny guy. He got kneed in the back. He flew into the knee of the cameraman. I'm like, he could have fucked around, hurt some ribs or something, bro. So Ja's a true question mark. That's not them just injury report manipulation. He could possibly be really fucked up after that hit, man. So Grizzlies were hot before that. They had won 4 straight. They had won 9 of their last 10 games before that as well. Took that loss versus the Lakers, got down 20-something, came all the way back, got it within 6. But you got the Warriors who just made a trade. They're trying to make some leaps as well. The Warriors are only 2-8 straight up in their last 10 games. So in theory, you could say the Grizzlies are in a lot better form as well. Warriors coming off a game where they lost versus the Rockets by 1, tough fashion. Then they lost versus the Mavs as well by 10 points at the crib. They're going up against Memphis. They've actually done well versus Memphis in recent years. They've won 3 straight. Before that, the Grizzlies won 3 straight. Before that, the Warriors won 3 straight. So the pattern says that maybe the Grizzlies get the job done. You'd need Ja Morant. Me personally, I do lean to the Warriors here because if Ja plays, he might not be 100% here. The Warriors have defenders to throw at these guys as well. I think that the Warriors could possibly win this game, to be perfectly honest with you. What's up, Julian, my guy, in the chat, man? Dan likes Grizzlies on the trifecta. You better know if Ja playing. I'll tell you that right now. I get some water, bro. Damn, cub. Draymond ejection plus 130. I wish we could bet on it. Zach Starr, Edie double. Even if Ja out, I still take the Grizzlies. I don't know about that, my guy. JB, you cost me on OKC game. I didn't bet the OKC game, bro. I'm sorry that you lost, but I didn't bet the OKC game, my brother. I did have them to win the cup plus 200, but I did not bet the OKC game. I'm sorry that you lost, but I want to say this, bro. I'm not the fucking reason that you lost. Even if I had OKC minus the 5, I'd like to say that to everyone. If you're on here watching someone's show, whether you're watching whoever's show, Chris, my guy, Wagering World 5-star, anybody, if you're following somebody else's plays, it's not their fault that you lost, man. They're first off, you're not betting with their money. You're betting with your own money. You have your own mind. Nobody put a gun to your head and make you bet anything, bro. I never want to see that shit in the chat again with anybody. It's going to happen, but he's probably a young guy, 20, 21, $10 on a game. No one forced you to bet anything. If you're going to feel that way, don't bet at all, bro, or come up with your own plays. That way you can only bet, only blame yourself if you lose. So I just want to make that be known to anybody. Remember, when you're betting, it's your money. It's up to you to bet. The best bet is to not bet at all. Keep your money in your pocket. I'd like to say that. This game, I lean towards the Warriors, and I know that the Warriors play at a super fast pace, but they better get back to playing some defense if they want to start winning these games. They're coming off a game where they gave up 143 to the Mavs. Something tells me that the Warriors take this game really serious defensively, like whether they win or not. You got to bounce back after giving up 143 points. I don't like to bet a lot of unders. I put a little some on Bulls, which this is never bet a Bulls under game, but I put some on Bulls, Raptors under. Bro, they scored like 20 points in the last 2 minutes. Don't bet unders, man. Don't bet unders in today's NBA. I do think this one's going under, though. I would rather bet under rather than try to figure out who's going to win. I lean Warriors, heavily lean to the Warriors. But I think that the Warriors actually try to come and play some defense today. They have to after giving up 143 points. Let's go over here to the game of the day, man. I'll be watching this one. Wolves versus the Knicks. Oh, boy. Oh, this is a fucking dandy here. This is a dandy. You got Carlton Towns coming back to Minnesota for the first time. You got Julius Randle going up against his old squad. DiVincenzo going up against his old squad. This is going to be a great game, man. Now, I will say this. I don't agree with the Wolves. Now, Wolves been balling. They've been playing some really great basketball. And the one thing, the Knicks, you never know what you're going to get from them. I don't necessarily agree. I think that the Knicks have the potential to be a top 5, one of the best 5 teams in the NBA when they figure out how they're going to play. Are we going to win with offense? Or are we going to win with defense? Which I think it needs to be with defense. With guys like OG Anunoby, with guys like Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart. You have to start winning some of these games with defense, man. You can't be not playing defense and trying to outscore everybody. When you play really great defense, your offense can feed off of that. You know what I mean? So I don't necessarily agree with Knicks being plus 2.5 point underdogs here. I'm not gonna lie. Even though the Wolves can ball, Julius Randle's he's gonna be very motivated for this game. Wolves have won 6 of their last 7 games. They're 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games as well. But I just feel like that the Knicks should not be underdogs in this game. Now, you could just go to props here. Julius Randle, his points prop is 19.5. They're gonna make it a point to have Randle make him look good and try to give like a FU to the Wolves in this one. You see what I'm saying? But also on the Knicks, you got Carlton Towns. He did not want to be traded from Minnesota. He didn't even find out until like the last minute. He really took that to heart. He grew up he basically started to become a man in Minnesota as well, man. They paid him a bunch of money. That was his team. He's going to get a tribute video, all that. I think Carlton Towns and Julius Randle have really potential to go over their points. Now, a lot of people are going to be on it. DiVincenzo, his points is at 7.5. Now, we saw him get into it with Rick Brunson, with Jalen Brunson's dad, all that. He comes off the bench. He hasn't really been playing well lately, but DiVincenzo might be the best one because he really is going to want to stick it to the Knicks over there. Remember, they were the Villanova boys over there. Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson. So DiVincenzo, he's actually going to be even more turned up for this game. If I had to choose, I would go with DiVincenzo over 7.5 points, but I also think that Julius Randle is going to be really turned up for this game. He might even go over his assists as well and like show him, like, look, I can pass the ball too, man. Luis says, cat zesty ass gonna be emotional. He say his zesty ass gonna be emotional. He take the honors, man. I personally, what I want to do, I just want to watch the game and enjoy it. I don't want to bet it. If I had to bet it, I would take the Knicks plus the 2.5, man. I do think that they're the more well put together team, in my opinion. They say New York bringing that dog out in Carlton Towns definitely could. I think that the Knicks go in there and beat them outright. Now, the Wolves been playing some great basketball, man. They have, but I do think that they've been catching teams like just right in the right moment. You know what I mean? Whereas Knicks, they're gonna be turned up for this game, man. Let's look who the Wolves play in their next 3 games. They got Warriors, Hawks, and then Mavs. Well, both of these teams been playing well, man. My problem with the Knicks, you never really know where they're going to get, what you're going to get from them. But I don't think they should be underdogs. I think this game should be a pick, possibly. Giving them 2.5 is crazy here. I'm not going to lie. They say Hart is questionable. Y'all know these motherfuckers been coming off. They've been coming off about 3 or 4 days of rest, and then they questionable as shit, man. He should. Oh, it's something personal, though. So, man, he could be having a baby or something. Yeah, if they missing Hart, that's going to hurt for sure. That's definitely going to hurt, man. So probably not bet the game until you see what's going on with him. But I think DiVincenzo over 7.5 is a really good look here, man. He hasn't been playing well. He's going to play well this game. I tell you that for sure. So if I wanted to bet one of them, I bet one with the lowest point prop. I know he's coming off the bench, but he's going to be turned up for this one. DiVincenzo as well. Brunson dad probably going to be talking shit to him and all that stuff. But let's get over here to one of the games of the day, man. I'm going against the whole fucking world, and I want to be honest with you. Do not bet this game. If you don't like it, if you don't like the Pelicans, do not bet this game. I'm on the Pelicans here. I took them plus the 10.5. I like the way. Now, this line is probably going back to 10, so if you do like the Pelicans, you can wait. They got Şengün listed as questionable. I hate that when I saw it because he gonna fucking play. Why are y'all doing this injury report manipulation, man? He's been practicing, all that. They've had 4 days off rest, all that. I'm going with the Pelicans in this game. There's not a ton of reasons, but I will tell you, I'm not laying double digits with the Rockets the way this offense is looking, man. Watch the Rockets play. They can win with defense. When you talk about laying double digits with this team and their offense has been the number 25th rank offense over the last 5 games, guys. That's the 5th worst offense in the NBA, and I'm supposed to lay double digits with them. I'm not doing it. I know that the Pelicans record, I know they're 5-22. They still have some ballers on this team. I'll give them one last shot. If you do lose this game, which they're probably going to lose it, but if you not even competitive in this one, it's time to go ahead and pack it in, man, and start looking towards the young guys. Go ahead and start tanking. The season's not over yet. They could go on a 10-game win streak and get back into things, but for this one particular game, team coming off a couple strong days of practice. Well, like I said, they haven't been playing every other day. They got time to reflect. All it. Like I said, not a ton of reasons. I'm taking Pelicans here. Plus, I'll even take them +9. I'll go official +9. Fly, Pelly fly. I'm on the Pelicans today. The ugliest spot on the board. No one's going to want the Pelicans. I'm going against the whole fucking world with my minion glasses on. Give me Pelicans here +9. I got some on +9 and +10.5 in this one. Like I say, if Şengün plays, it'll probably go back up 9.5, 10. All the money's going to be on the Rockets. I don't fucking care. I'm going against the whole world. I'm rocking with the Pelicans. I'm not telling you to bet it. I'm telling you what I'm on. And I mean, if you want to ride with it, that's cool. If you feel like you're going to regret it if this happens to lose, I'd say do not bet the game. Don't be like EJ in the chat. See what I'm saying? Blaming other motherfuckers for losing your money that you decided to bet. So I'm on the Pelicans. Ugliest game of the day, ugliest spot of the day, and I think it's cashing. Let's go over here to the streets of Dallas in this one. Mavs land 4 points. Let's see what they got to say in the chat, but I know they don't like it. Giancarlo say he on the Pelicans as well. CJ for the cover at the buzzer. I would fucking love that. Alfonso, they can lose this bitch by 8. And I love it. Yeah, PZ. I do have more on the +10.5, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. My guy says it's a dirt ass dog. I'm already knowing. And that bitch gonna cash for us. Fly, Pelly fly. Ingram is not in for this game, if I'm not mistaken. I think Ingram's still out, my guy. B Daddy likes Pelicans, well done. So they actually rocking with me. No one's gonna really like the what you call it in that way, man. So Jay versus the fucking world in this part, man. So Rockets at the home in first half. Yeah, I'm not on the first half. And then Joshua's on the Mavs. Let's get to this one. So Mavs laying 4. They will not have Luka. Kyrie's questionable. Clippers coming off a game where they played freaking perfect as well. You could possibly have Derrick Jones Jr. come back for the Clippers. They could possibly be huge because he got the Mavs didn't want to resign him, and so he went over there to the Clippers in that one, man. So he could have a little bit extra motivation. Clippers coming off a game where they played perfect, man, versus the ass over there. 144-107. That was never a game. Before that, they had lost 3 straight. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what to do with this game, man, because Luka's out. Then they got Kyrie. Kyrie should play. If Luka's out, it's his time to shine. Couldn't talk you off looking at some PJ Washington props in this one. Mavs were hot. They were playing some of the best basketball in the league, man. They had won 7 straight games. Then they lost versus OKC, bounce back versus the Warriors. Remember, they've been playing all over the place, man. They had played like 15 of their last 19 games on the road, man. So, and this is their first time at the house since they played versus the Grizzlies. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know what to do with this game. I do think that it could possibly be another over game. The Clippers coming off of they start to play a little bit faster. They was like, all right, hold on, the offense has been struggling. We got to play a little bit faster. That's what they did versus the Jazz. The Mavs, I feel like play a lot faster. The ball pops a lot more when Luka's not out there. Remember, he's dribbling the ball up the floor. His lazy ass, man. Luka got to start getting on his fitness, man. The Mavs will not go anywhere until Luka takes his fitness serious. I'll just say that. But with Kyrie bringing the ball up the floor, they pushing it. They running and gunning. Luka, he want to walk that motherfucker up the floor, man. So I think that the Mavs play a lot faster without Luka. I think that the Clippers could also show some value to some overs after playing so slow, playing all those unders. When they start to play a lot faster, remember the books are just going on full season numbers when they're making these lines. I think that this game could actually be a sneakily over 223.5. Obviously, you need Kyrie in that one, but Mavs still have a plethora of scorers over there, man. Klay Thompson could still go crazy here. PJ Washington should probably go crazy. And they say PJ is in this one. Joshua Jones says no Luka, no problem. I do still think that they're the better team than the Clippers, to be perfectly honest with you, man. So, and these two teams always hate each other, man. These two teams literally hate each other, my guys. Mavs have actually won the last 2 and 4 of the last 5 in this particular matchup. I'd go with the over in this one, but and then my guy said he likes Kyrie PRA in that one. He said he got on Clippers plus a 6.5, but now I think Mavs might be the play. Yeah, you see Luka out, everybody's hopping on one side, man. Let's get to some other games here, man. Let's go over to the streets of Phoenix in this one. Suns land 6.5 points at the house versus the Pacers. Could possibly be an over spot. I don't really have a good look for it. The Pacers were playing really bad. Now they're starting to play. They had some really strong practices, and they're starting to play a lot better now. The last couple games, they've looked a lot better, in my opinion. They've won 3 of the last 4, covered 3 of the last 4. I don't even really want to waste your time. I don't have a good look for this one. I did see that Beal is going to come back in this one. The Suns have who they play. They play the Pistons on deck, and then they got the Nuggets back to back. I want the Suns to win. I need their win total over. They hadn't really been covering spreads. 1-4 straight up last 5. I think this will be a over game in this one. Now you're missing the best of the total because I believe it opened like at 231 or something, but I don't really have a good look for this game, man. Some tells me I don't really want to lay the points with the Suns here, man. They could possibly win in a close one. Pacers can match up well. You never know what you're going to get from the Pacers. Halliburton, Siakam, these guys, man. I don't even want to waste your time. Maybe over, but I don't have a good feel for this game. Let's go to San Antonio here, man, because this game makes me scratch my fucking head, bro. It does. Now, the Spurs they're much better than they were last year, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? They're 13-13. Shouts out to them. I don't think they should be favoring this game, man. Now, this line looked funny. What my guy 5-star says, when the line looks funny, it's probably money. I don't think that the Hawks should be underdogs here, man. I don't agree with this line, man. I'll be keeping straight up with you. I bet the Hawks -1, and this line gets to flipping, and I'm like, bro, what's going on? Sharps on the Spurs and all this shit. I don't agree with it. I think the Hawks were like playing some really good basketball. Only thing that's bad for them, they could be a little pissed that they lost versus the Bucks in the semifinal, in the quarterfinals or whatever versus the Bucks in Vegas. And you also worry about if they went and partied a little bit. But I mean, they're in Atlanta. It's not like they're from OKC or Milwaukee or somewhere. It's like, oh, we want to take advantage of Vegas. No, you're already in a party town. If you ain't want to party, you got no problem in Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? You got no problem going to go party over there where you live. So I mean, let's just look at them, bro. They had won 6 straight games. They've won 7 of their last. They had won 7 of their last 8 as well. Now they did lose to the Bucks. They had lost to the Nuggets as well. But the Hawks are really undervalued this year, man. They're really undervalued, in my opinion, guys. So the Spurs, they're not a bad team. Now, they hadn't covered a spread in their last 6 games. 0-6 against the spread. Spurs don't really have shooters like that, man. They're relying on Wemby to hit 2-3 threes a game, man. I don't agree with this line. I'll be honest. I bet the Hawks. I'm starting to feel really bad about it. The Sharps are all over the Spurs. Maybe they see something. The line has flipped to Spurs -1.5. I like the Hawks, man. I do. I don't even suggest you guys bet. I'll tell you, my money's on it. Something's fishy going on with this game. Sean likes alternate spread. He likes over 4.5. The Hawks -4.5 plus 170. I think that shit can get there, man. Clint Capella traded. That could definitely happen at any minute. That could happen at any minute. I bet the Hawks, guys. This game is really fishy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Trey Jones is back. He's back. I don't fucking care. I bet the Hawks, guys, but like I say, you see what I'm saying? This game, EJ, stop betting, bro. LJ, stop betting. It's not for you, bro. I'm being perfectly honest with you. That shit is not for you, bro. It's not for everyone. You see what I'm saying? If you're having to watch shows and like go back and forth with cappers and shit that you're trying to follow their place, it's not for you. Or I say just don't don't watch any show and just bet what you like, bro. Betting ain't for everybody, and I don't think it's for you, my brother. I bet the Hawks. I like them here. The line is super fishy. Just keeping it perfectly honest with you. I got money on them. It's not an official play. I don't suggest you bet it, man. So let's go over here to Portland here. Man, this is an ugly fucking dog here. Blazers are an ugly dog. I want to bet them. I hadn't bet this game. I don't agree with the Nuggets laying 8.5 points. This team has not really been playing defense. Michael Porter Jr. is probably not going to be there. Now, you got Jokic. He's going to ball out. He's going to do what he do. Bro, they've owned the Blazers. They've won the last 7 matchups. They've won 9 of the last 10. This year's Nuggets is nothing like their past couple years when they own the Blazers. You know what I mean? Blazers getting 8.5 at the crib. They've lost 6 straight. They've shown that they can be feisty. They almost came back versus Spurs. They kept it close versus the Suns. Blazers, this is the thing with the Blazers. They can be a scrappy team, but then they could also get smoked by the fucking Jazz by 42 points. That's what worries you. You know what I mean? But they did show ever since then, those 3 games, they played the Lakers, the Spurs, and the Suns, 3 Western Conference teams really tight. Man, I want to go against everybody. I want to go against the world and take Blazers here plus 8.5, guys. I really do think that it's the right side. Exactly, bro. Yeah, do your own homework, bro. It's simple. I don't know why people don't do this more often. How you think I started doing my channel? I used to follow other people's plays. I'm like, you know what? I might can do this better than them. Let me look at these games myself. Let me make my own bets. Let me start my own channel. You know what I mean? What the hell? I'll never understand that shit. Nets bets he said he might end up on Denver. Oh, they say Porter's sentence was delayed. Denver 1-5 is road favorites. I don't want to lay 8.5 with a team that really has not been playing defense, man. The Blazers actually might really look good today. Anton Blazers first quarter that's been cashed. Jamal Murray over 5.5 assists. Everyone on Hawks. I'm grabbing Spurs now because and the money is flipped to where it's on the Spurs as well. So we'll see. I might buy back on them. We'll see, man. We'll see, my guys. But Blazers first half a reasonable play. I think so. Me personally, I want Blazers full game. That's just me. But let me see here. J Money official. I'm on Portland. Jokic plus 2155. Porter brother in jail. Give me Porter. Hey, I want to say I got there plus 9. Hey, bro, trip that, bro. I think the Blazers are the right side here, plus 8.5. I hadn't bet this game yet, guys, but I want to fade the Nuggets here, man. Laying 8.5 versus a team that nobody thinks can get a job done. The one thing I've noticed, the Nuggets aren't as deep. They're not as good. They're not as potent as they have been in the past couple of years, man. That's what we've been seeing, in my opinion. I think the Blazers actually could shock some people. Now, Nuggets did play a lot better. They smacked up the Hawks. They smacked up, after losing to the Wizards, smacked up the Hawks, smacked up the Clippers, and barely beat the Kings, man. Up 22, then you get down 10, then you close the game on an 8-0 run. I don't know what to do with the Nuggets. I know that I don't want to lay 8.5 with them here. Who they play this? They got New Orleans next. Yeah, they can win their next game, but I heavily lean Blazers plus 8.5 here. Last game, man. Kings laying at 4.5 at the house versus the Lakers. I'll give you a little tip. You might want to start back betting LeBron props. How do I say this really nice? LeBron took a little extended absence, maybe have went overseas to get some things. Let's just put it that way. It's as vague as I can put it. But if you know, you know. But regards to that, the Kings hate the Lakers. They're coming off a tough loss. The Kings starting to play better. Something to notice. They've won. They lost their last one versus Nuggets. Could have won it. DeRozan, I'm sure he's super pissed at himself for fumbling that game because they probably could have had a game winner there. I've noticed the Kings, when they put Malik Monk in the starting lineup, they're playing a lot better. Now, Sabonis didn't practice yesterday. King and Murray didn't practice yesterday. Both of them are questionable. I need them in there to bet the Kings. This is a wait-and-see spot. We get even just Sabonis. I think Murray could be out, but I'd like for both of them being, and Huerta. I'd like for all three of them being there. I think that the Kings win this game, man. They've actually owned the Lakers as well. They've won 8 of their last 10 matchups. They lost that one earlier this year. Remember, LeBron scored like 22 points or something like that in the second half in the fourth quarter. Went absolutely crazy on them. They had to outscore them 44-33 in the fourth quarter to win that game by 4. That's when the Kings were still getting used to playing with DeRozan. Now they're used to it. Now they got Monk in the starting lineup. They're comfortable with themselves. LeBron had a 32-point triple-double in that game. I think that the Kings win this game. I think they cover the spread. I really need Sabonis. Like if Sabonis is out, I won't like it. I'll tell you that right now, man. But to be perfectly honest with you, I really like the Kings in this spot. I need Sabonis. He's the most important player outside of Fox. He's the most important player on them. Hair implants? No, he got some other type of implants in that one, but got some German juice. My guy was bouncing off the floor like prime. Yeah, but look at LeBron before that game, before he went out. That's all I'm saying. Just pay attention to the patterns. Look at LeBron before his last game and see how he was playing and how old he looked. Now he took a little absence for personal reasons, and then you see how he come back first game. I'm just saying, man. But I do think that the Kings are the exactly. Sabonis is a horrible matchup. He always smashes KD, man. So AD. So I like the Kings here, but I'm gonna wait for this. If you want to go ahead and bet -4.5, I'm not gonna talk you off. I think I took this one. It was like -3, but I still like them. I really need Sabonis in there. Then I see one practice. Shit kind of pissed me off yesterday, but I think they get the job done here. But long show. Damn near every game, every team in the NBA playing today, man. You see what I'm saying? Then we only got 3 games tomorrow. So I'll give you my looks that I have for every single game. This is what I bet already, man. I did bet Pelicans plus 10.5, and I put a little something on plus a 9 as well. I am going to put a little something on Raptors -4. I do think that's the right side in that one. That would be my second favorite game. And then the Kings -4.5 would be my third favorite game in that one. Really need Sabonis and Huerta and fucking Keegan Murray in that one. I think they might smack the Lakers up in this one, man. Get some little same season revenge in that one. But definitely need Sabonis in there. But just going to go down the line real quick. Jazz Pistons, if I'm betting that one, I'm betting the over, and I'm definitely not looking towards the Jazz. I think I'll heavily lean to over 227 in that one. Hornets Wizards, Also lean to over now and also lean towards the Hornets. Brandon Miller is probably going to be out. The line's probably going to go down, but it is a must-win spot for the Hornets, in my opinion. Thunder Magic, I'd lean to the Thunder in that particular spot. They have much better three-pointer shooters than the Orlando Magic in that one. Celtics Bulls. Celtics do not cover these double-digit spreads, especially at the house, man. They're 6-9 against the spread this year when land more than 10 points. Small lean to Bulls. I'd like their team total over even more, to be honest with you. But the guys in the chat were liking Tatum over his points. They were liking Tatum rebounds, assists. They were also liking Levine over his 20.5 points. All great looks. I do think that Raptors minus the 4 is the right side. I think that they win that game. I will bet Raptors minus the 4 there. Warriors Grizzlies, got to wait on Ja. Warriors, after coming up giving 143 points to the Mavs, I think we see some defense here on both sides. I actually think it goes under 236. I don't know if I could stomach betting another fucking under in the NBA, but I do think that games go. I'm gonna have to get with my total specialist. I'm gonna have to hit Ski Up or something, man, and see if he liked the under in that one. But lean Warriors, lean to the under in that one as well. Knicks Wolves. I don't necessarily think that the Knicks should be underdogs to the Wolves. If Josh Hart, they're saying Hart could be out for personal, maybe that would make sense. I think DiVincenzo over 7.5 points is the best looking at game. Can't talk you off Randall points. Can't talk you off Cat points as well. All three guys will definitely want to shine in this game, man. I'm on Pelicans plus 10.5 / plus the 9. In that one, Clippers Mavs. Maybe PJ Washington points. Maybe I lean to the over. Luka's out. You need Kyrie in there. I think that one could go over to 223 points. I think that they'll play a lot faster and without Luka out there. Pacers Suns, I got nothing. I'm not gonna lie. Small lean to the over. Hawks Spurs. Personally, I like the Hawks in that one. The line seems super fishy. Spurs with the line, the way the line's going and the sharp money, they're telling us that the Spurs probably get the win. I took the Hawks though, man. But like I said, I might even end up buying back or cashing out my bet or something, or you know what I'm saying, just taking Spurs. I took Hawks -1. If I take Spurs -1 or something, it's basically the same. Somebody got to fucking win. But I think the Hawks are the much better team, and they're playing good basketball right now. Nuggets Blazers. I want to get there with Blazers plus 8.5. I think it's the right side. Nuggets don't really play a ton of defense. They're not playing, and Michael Porter Jr. is possibly somebody's about to get traded on the Nuggets, and there's probably going to be Michael Porter Jr., man. So I think the Blazers plus 8.5 could possibly keep that game close. It might be one where you want to take Blazers early and then Nuggets put them on late, but I think that the Blazers can really hang with the Nuggets in this particular spot, man. So heavily lean towards Blazers in that one. I think my guy Anton likes Blazers first quarter there. And then Kings, Lakers. I do like the Kings in the spot, just kind of waiting on Sabonis, Murray, and Huerta in that one, but I do think that the Kings are in a bounce back spot. We've noticed them playing a lot better. Offense is playing a lot more fluent with Monk in the starting lineup. I think that the Kings will hand the Lakers a L today, my guys. That's the show. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Long ass show. 53 minutes all by myself, man. Here to give you the info. You guys don't have to bet when I'm betting. I'm here to let you know how I'm thinking. I mean, that's why you guys are here, right? It's only me on the show. So if you're here to see how I think about the games. If you don't feel comfortable with something, guys, do not bet it. You should never be regretting a bet that you're making. Never. Even if it's somebody that you're telling their plays. That's why you have to do a little bit of your own research. Because what I would do, I would go through the games, even if I'm looking at other people's channels and shit. I'll go through the games, write down my short list. This is what I like. When we agree on something, that's when I'm like, okay, bet. I'm for sure betting. When I don't agree with it, I probably just go with my own good, or I'd stay off the game. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't agree with my plays, it's not something that you absolutely have to bet. I'm not putting a gun to your head making you bet this shit, man. Remember, you're betting with your money. I'm betting with mine. Never bet more than you can lose. Always stay calculated and never have a regret for your bet. You see what I'm saying? There's got to be a shirt right there. Never have a regret for your bet. Anything in life, man. If you ain't really feeling her, if you don't, there's something going on and you don't feel right about it, don't get married to her ass, man. It's simple. You see what I'm saying? Same thing if you're a woman, watch it. You don't like that guy, don't get married to him. It's simple. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to the patterns, my guys. It's all love, man. We out. I hope y'all get that cash. I'm trying to get this cash. Us Against the Bookies. I will be back tomorrow as well. I already got a spot that I'm eyeing for tomorrow, man. It's all love. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. We out. Let's go. Let's get this cash. Y'all have a good day. Health is wealth. Let's go, my guys.